Hey guys, it's Nico on the alternative channel today, and I'm going to bring you another short Lego Star Wars set comparison review. This is my fifth one, and it's going to be on the Clone Turbo Tanks, the one from 2005 and the one from 2010. Both these sets came with a good amount of figures and other sort of vehicles. That one came with a little bark speeder, a droid turret, and a little droid mini cannon as well. And it came with like two Phase 2 troopers. One of them having a sort of unique design jetpack made by Lego. The other figures in that set were a light up Mace Windu, two battle droids, a Kashyyyk trooper, and a 327th trooper meant to represent Commander Cody, even though that's not his legion. So I would have said that would have been a Commander Bly. This set came with Aayla Secura, Ahsoka Tano, Anakin Skywalker, all Clone Wars figures, mind you, Captain Rex, and two regular white clones, Phase 1. Now, they took the minifigure for the minifigure concept of the first one. They sort of took that and redid it when they made the second one. But that's not the only thing they redid. They redid a few features on the new one. I don't know the exact words for it. I can't really think of it right now. But they took some of the features from the older set and redid them into the newer set, which I'm about to show you. Example, the front cockpits right here. These both open up like this, and the older one opens up in the same sort of thing. However, the older one's front cockpit, just the cockpits in general, are harder to move around. Mind you, this is like when Lego was trying to do Episode 3 and stuff. They weren't really experienced with some of the clone vehicles and stuff like that, compared to the newer sets of 2009, 2010, and 2008. But yeah, they had the newer one had two blaster cannons right here at the bottom, whereas the actually no, this is the older one. My bad. The older one had two of these cannons at the bottom, whereas the oh damn it, I keep messing up. The older one had two of these, whereas the newer one had four, as you can see right here. This had the feature where this could open up, and a clone trooper could sit at the top of it and shoot out blaster fire from their guns while the tank was moving, which is a pretty good feature, I guess, for playability. But again, I'm not really too happy with how hard it is to close the cockpits of the set. And let me just show you this little feature right here. The minifigure would stand right here and it would move up here. It sort of broke when I was transporting it, so I apologize for that. And a big difference from this also, the older one had a lot of weapons on it, a lot more weapons on it, I should say, because they had these cannons that swivel, and they had this, which Lego sort of redid in the newer one. Let me just show you the front of the newer one. It had it has two chairs, one for the driver to sit in, the other for just like a little passenger to sit in. And no, it didn't have the little feature up here so that the trooper can pop out. However, the cockpits right here are easier to move, which is a lot better. Instead of blasters, they actually have lights right here, so which is pretty accurate to the turbo tank in Episode 3 in the Clone Wars. They have four lights right there instead of blasters, and they took the same little blaster idea here and they put it back up here just without the little red dots. Now we move on to the midsections of the tank. Oh, and this the 2010 turbo tank wins that section for that for the features of the beginning section of the tank. Now, this little area was for troopers, obviously. However, you could also put the cannon that you also would get if you bought this set. You could put it in there, even though it wasn't a clone cannon. You could fit the cannon in there and transport it. This one was meant to transport the mini AT-RT and command post that came with it. The con about this thing, actually no, really, okay, the con about this thing is you can see there's a huge gap right here. See, I could stick my fingers like right through there. The con about this thing is there's a little less, actually a lot less troop space than this one. You could fit at least a good 14 troops in here, whereas in here you could probably only fit like about 6 or 7, maybe 8 if you could squeeze them in there. So, you know, what LEGO made up for in this turbo tank really is they made up for the gap space in the older one, but they weren't able to fix, well, they weren't able to incorporate the, you know, troop space as a factor. But I guess they wanted to, you know, sort of move away from the whole troop, you know, carrying idea, which is really stupid. At the front right here, this, at the top right here, there was originally a periscope. However, I took out the periscope and I innovated it with a brand new cannon, which was inspired by Lego Boy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is his design for the cannon. At the top right here, we have this other cannon, which Lego actually pretty designed, and it's actually not that bad. However, they took away the periscope idea, which is a pretty nice thing that I think that they did. That was a major con with this thing, so this gets the edge. And this got the edge as far as troop space goes, but you know, that gap, I wasn't really digging it. Actually, there is still, that gap is still there, however, it's not as big, as you can see. Now we move on to the other portion of the tank right here. As you can see, this is the mechanism that LEGO used to, you know, move these parts of the cockpits. And with the newer one, they had this sort of device right there to move those sections of the tank and open them up. And as you can see, this one is not as effective as the device is on the newer one. Another thing about this, playability wise, you can detach the back portion of the tank, which I don't know why you would want to do that, but as you can see, I just did it. You have your little engines right here, not engines but generators, and then you could open this just like the front cockpit, and this was actually the only cockpit of the tank where the gunners or pilots would operate from. And it also has 2 cannons in the back. And please note, this is not the original design for the turbo tank. All the red pieces and dark gray pieces were either green or light-ish yellow or transparent yellow, or you know, yeah, that was it. And as you can see, it's sort of hard to put the little cockpit back on. It takes some time. Whereas this one, you can't do that. However, you know, you can't really move this, even though LEGO sort of made it to open. But as you can see right there, now you have your little weapons carrier instead of the generators. So that was another innovation from LEGO. And like this one, these can move. Let me just show you guys. Oh, and another thing LEGO has been doing a lot is been incorporating the little pickup feature so that you can carry this thing connected to the dropship. This one, as you can see, no feature to hook it up to the dropship, but yeah, so that's that. And now we get onto this thing's cockpit. Once again, you can't detach it, however, it's easier to open. And back here, again, you have the two pilots. And unlike this one, these two pilots are not sitting back to back. They're sitting side by side, actually sort of monitoring the tank's, weapon systems and stuff like that. And the wheels is another thing. These ones, you can't really maneuver them that fast. These things really do not go that fast. However, these ones on flat surfaces, and I think almost any other surface, these can go faster. As you can see, it still keeps rolling. These ones you really don't need anything to stop them, but this one you would actually need something to actually hold it down and stop it. The suspension on this thing is actually the suspension on the newer ones are a lot better than the older ones. So to assess everything, oh, I keep forgetting. This back cannon is sort of automated, whereas this one, you would actually need a minifigure to control it. And also, you can move this cannon like up and down almost, so it can like take out anti-aircraft sort of things, like droid gunships or something like that. If it's something's pursuing it from the air, you can take it down. Whereas that one, there isn't a person controlling it like from the outside. But I guess that's mildly a con that a clone could get shot. However, I think that's a cooler feature. But overall, this thing has its cool features, and this thing has its cool features. But as far as the tanks themselves, which tank is better? I'd have to say the newer one is. I mean, the newer one is priced at like $120, $130, whereas the older one was priced at around $90. But however, you can see the detailing is nothing compared to the newer one. So, without further ado, I just have to say this one is better. If you guys do not have one of these tanks, I suggest picking just one up. That's going to be a pretty good $120, $130 that you're going to spend. Especially if you're a Clone Army collector, then you definitely have to get one of these. I wouldn't suggest spending $200 trying to get one of these things off eBay, but if you guys really want to do that, then go ahead and do it. I'm not stopping you. But personally, I say this one is totally worth your money. Okay, and if I left something out, guys, please tell me, because this is like my 4th time doing it. So yeah, and the next one, on my next review, I'll be reviewing minifigures. Okay, I'll be reviewing the Droidekas from the MTT and the newer 2011 Naboo Starfighter. Okay, which is going to be the first time I'm going to be reviewing minifigures, comparing minifigures on this series. So yeah, once again, if you have the money and if you really want this set, I highly suggest you go pick it up. If you have the money for this set, well, a lot of people don't have the money for that set nowadays. But if you have this set, and if you do compare it to the newer one, if you have the newer one as well, some of you would agree with me that this one is a lot better. So yeah, without further ado, I think that's it. Please rate, comment, sub, and be on the lookout for more of these videos. Okay, bye guys.